Hi, this video is the demonstration of the FUT linear scar. FUT, you can see from ear to ear from here. Again, the result vary from one individual to another. Some of them could be worse than this and stretch bigger, and some of them could be better than this and a lot more fine. I try to provide as many examples as I can of the FUT scar and FUE scar to educate the viewer and the audience, and so then they understand the differences. The result vary from one individual to another. There's always pro and con for both. The pro for FUE, FUT is cheaper. You can do bigger number of grafts and it's more for advanced hair loss. And it grows 5 to 10% more density than the FUE. The downside of the strip method is the linear scar. The healing, they both heal around 1 to 2 weeks, but if you really refine down to it, it's a strip might be 2 days longer. It's not much of healing difference. Yes, the strip is a little bit more invasive and a little bit more painful, but again, it's still, the benefit is very fantastic for advanced hair loss. And I perform both FUE and FUT. Both have their benefit and pro and con. And I perform 50% FUE and 50% FUT. FUT is strip method for advanced hair loss, FUE for mild to moderate hair loss. On the other hand, the benefit of FUE is minimal scar, faster healing. Again, they both are the same, just 1 or 2 days faster. The FUE have you tiny dots of scar and you can shave your head. But there's both FUE and FUT have scar, no surgery without scar. The FUE the downside of the FUE, the cost is a lot more expensive. The FUE is most for mild and moderate hair loss because they can only do small number of grafts, like 2,000 up to 2,500 per day. Where FUT you can go 35 to 4,000 grafts per day, even 6,000. The other downside of the FUE is it grow. Both of them will have. I will provide and produce excellent density for you whether you do FUE or FUT. But if you compare my FUE to my FUT, the FUE will grow to 5 to 10% less density than the strip method. So you pay more, get a little bit less because it's a little bit more damage to the root. The other downside of the FUE is the donor supply will be more depleted. So the total number of grafts you can transplant of the lifetime if you do strictly FUE versus strictly FUT is less. So the FUE can harvest less graft total of the lifetime than the FUT. Because for every one hair you drill in, you can lose 2 to 4 hair around it. So you deplete the donor supply and cause the donor density to decrease with the FUE, where FUT is only the area along the line scar is thinning, but the donor on top and bottom is still virgin, is untouched. So the strip you can harvest a lot more graft for the future. So this is the demonstration of FUT linear scar running from one ear here. Result vary from one individual to another. Both FUE and FUT produce scar.